Welcome back, guys. Now we're going to the step 2, my second indicator, which is the 9 EMA. And here I want to show you why I picked the 9. The 9 EMA basically means the 9 exponential moving average. It's basically the movement of the company, of the price of the stock for the last 9 days. It indicates whether the short-term trend is either bullish, that means gaining momentum going up, or bearish, or that means going down. A cross above or below the 9 EMA indicates a potential change in the short-term trend. And this comes to fruition when you look at the chart. If you look at the ones we were looking before, the 3 parts, you see the first section where we do the Fibonacci spiral, and the second section we do the 9 EMA. And as you see, that improves a lot in our decision making. As you see, when the stocks are above the 9 EMA, it's creating a trend going up. As soon as it tests the 9 EMA, that's a test of support. If it breaks down, if it goes below it, it means the trend is going to change or it's about to go down. If you put all this together, we go into the next slide. And this is how I like to implement the 9 EMA. And I created about 7 rules for you to follow. Basically when you put all of this together, you basically want to look for the breakout or for the setup and wait for the setup to form. A lot of times we go in too early because we want to get in before the action. But like I said before, the stock might not break out for a week or for 2 weeks, and we might get stuck. So the best thing is to wait for the setup to form. Rule number 2, I like to buy in the range slightly above the line or above the resistance, maybe just a little bit below if I see the volume rising a lot. But usually I wait until there's a breakout on the line of the resistance. Rule number 3, if you buy before pre-breakout, like I said, the stock may never break out, or it may be for a while that it doesn't. So be cautious or sell as soon as the stock drops the 9 EMA. On rule number 4, I look for once the pattern breaks out and above the resistance line, I look for the next test on the 9 EMA here. You see on the green line, if it drops back below it, it may likely be a false breakout. So it's a potential sell. On rule number 5, as long as the stock is trending the EMA, it may go higher and higher. 2 minutes and 5 minute time frames is what I like to look on the chart, and a little bit forward we're going to go in the chart and look at the timing. But as you see here, the price is going to test the 9 EMA a few times after it breaks out. So keep looking for that. And rule number 6, once the pattern breaks out, a breakdown of the EMA could mean the end of the intraday spike and it reverses, or it may just mean to slow down on the trend and it's a potential sell. Rule number 7, the pattern and the EMA trends will be broken in the up and down side many times on longer term swing trades. But on the daily, I usually look for it to maintain the 9 EMA, and I use it for a short-term intraday indicator only, because it could break the 9 EMA today, but on the longer term, the stock might keep going further. And I want to show you on the next slide a couple of examples. For example, here, the stock PSG, as you see, it tested the 9 EMA a few times, and I usually look for it to get weaker as it goes. So the first time it tests, as you see here, it looks pretty strong. If you can see here on the first little circle, you see that the first test is usually very strong, so it will bounce. On the second test, it's not as strong, but it still bounces. And now after the third and the fourth test of the 9 EMA, it starts getting weaker. So I usually don't wait that long. As soon as it breaks out and I'm in the stock, after the first or second test of the 9 EMA, I'm already looking to sell, because that means a weakening of the stock. On the next slide, we have another example. If you see here, together with the Fibonacci pattern, as soon as it breaks out, this is where we look to buy. It comes up, it actually retested again first time, and then it shot out really strongly. It actually didn't even test it again, but on the second time it tested, now it started showing signs of weakness, I'm sorry, but it still shot up again. If you see the stock, we're talking about 30 cents. It shot up all the way to 80 cents, which is a monster profit. Even if you cannot catch all of it, if you could catch 20%, 30%, 50% of a profit, this is amazing. So I wanted to show you this so you could see, but now let me go back to the sites that we were watching, which is the stock tracker. This is a company that we talked previously, PTN. If you see here the 9 EMA, it's trending nicely. Here, this didn't even test it, and here's testing it again, which I'm sure is about to break out probably within the next week. So this is going to be on my watch. As soon as it breaks out 45 cents, I'm looking to continue the volume and the 9 EMA. So these are the 3 steps. The first one we talked about, the Fibonacci pattern. The 9 EMA is the second indicator. And now we're going to go into the third step, which is the volume. And it's pretty simple, so we're going to cover this one quickly on the next video. And we're going to go over the volume, which is the third, and the timing of the resistance forming, and the uptrend and resistance on the chart. So take a look also on the website. We have a video on the 9 EMA for you to expand your knowledge on it, and it's really interesting. I want you guys to take a look at it, because the 9, you might be asking, why did I pick this number just out of the blue? If you see on Finviz, there's a bunch of different filters that you can have. So why did I pick the number 9? I want you guys to take a minute, watch this video on my website about the 9. It explains basically why the magic of this number. This is not a random number. It's very important in nature. It's part of God's plan, I think. And as you see here in the video, it's very interesting. It's only about 15 minutes, so it shouldn't take you long. But every angle on a circle is gonna be reduced to 9. And this is not by choice. I mean, this is not by coincidence. This is by choice. So go ahead and go to the website, take a quick view of this video, learn, and we'll go back to cover the last 2 steps I take, which is the volume and the timing.